Episode 8, Geeta's Great Sheep Scandal, Frisco, Fancy Sheep, and Curry Chaos. This narrative is proudly brought to you by Police Speaks For You. At Police Speaks For You, we are committed to empowering individuals, especially those with disabilities or learning challenges, through innovative text-to-speech and voice recognition technology. Police Speaks For You is more than just software. It's a tool for self-expression, connecting people with the world in meaningful ways. By blending the richness of history with cutting-edge technology, Police Speaks For You demonstrates that every voice, whether preserving the past or shaping the future, has the potential to inspire. While we strive to make the story engaging, our primary focus is on storytelling itself. The visuals are secondary. We are showcasing the remarkable capabilities of text-to-speech software that bring these stories to life. The morning after the Great Frisco incident, I woke up determined to put the coffee saga behind me. I had a new plan: get through the day with as little drama as possible, maybe even convince Shanti to relax a little. A fool's errand, I know. But just as I was taking my first sip of the dreaded Frisco, which, let me tell you, tastes like someone strained it through a gym sock, Shanti burst into the kitchen with a flyer in hand, her eyes sparkling like she'd just discovered a new religion. "Geeta," she shouted, waving the paper around like a winning lotto ticket. "What is it, Ma?" I asked cautiously. In Shanti's world, that sparkle in her eye could mean only one of two things: trouble or sheep-related trouble. "They're having a sale," she squealed, slapping the flyer onto the kitchen counter. "A sheep sale. Can you believe it?" I stared at her, unblinking. "A sheep sale?" "Yes," she said, like I was slow to catch up. "Do you know how much a whole sheep costs now? The price is going up every day, but I found this flyer from my cousin Bhavani, remember her? She works at the butcher. She says if we buy 3 whole sheep, they'll give us the 4th one free." I blinked again. "Ma, we don't even have space for 1 sheep in the freezer, let alone 4. Shanti gave me a look that could melt me. "Oh, Geeta, this is an investment. If we get the sheep now, we will save on mutton for years. But where will we even put them?" Rajesh, who had been sitting at the table quietly eating his breakfast, suddenly perked up. "What's that about sheep?" Shanti rolled her eyes. "Rajesh, don't you ever pay attention?" I said. "We're buying 4 whole sheep." His face went pale. 4. But where are we going to keep 4 sheep? Shanti threw up her hands in exasperation. Am I the only one who thinks ahead in this family? We will put them in the deep freezer, obviously. And maybe we will need to buy a second freezer. Bhavani's husband knows a guy who can get us one cheap. Rajesh blinked, confused. "Wait, we're buying a second freezer for the sheep." I sighed. "Ma, we don't need that much mutton. And where will we put the second freezer?" Shanti waved her hand dismissively. "We will figure that out. We can put it in the garage. Or maybe in the guest room. But you, Geeta, don't know the value of a good deal. These sheep will last us years. We will never have to buy meat again." At this point, I was starting to regret my decision to even get out of bed. As if on cue, the doorbell rang. I opened it to find Bhavani standing there with a giant grin, holding, you guessed it, another Frisco tin. "Geeta." "Hi." Shanti called me. "I brought the Frisco. Isn't it great? You get 2 tins for the price of 1. I brought the second one for you. For free," she chirped, shoving the tin into my hands. I looked at the coffee tin, then back at Bhavani. "Wow, thanks." "No problem." "So, when are we going to pick up the sheep?" she asked. as if she had just asked about a loaf of bread. Bhavani, we're not picking up any sheep, I said firmly. But she was already inside, talking about how her husband, Ramesh, had an extra trailer we could borrow. By the time Rajesh had finished his third bowl of cornflakes with Frisco, Shanti and Bhavani had mapped out a whole strategy for our new mutton empire. Apparently, we were going to become the Bill Gates of bulk sheep. Shanti was already on the phone with Ramesh, talking about freezers and cutting the sheep into quarters, while Bhavani was scribbling notes on the back of the flyer about the different cuts of meat. Do you think Geeta can make mutton biryani for 100 people? Bhavani asked thoughtfully. If we plan this right, we could make a business out of this. Rajesh, bless his heart, looked like he wanted to crawl under the table. Mutton business? He asked weakly. Shanti grinned. Why not? Geeta can make the curries and we will sell them. You know how much people will pay for a good mutton curry these days? It's a gold mine. I rubbed my temples. Ma, I'm not running a curry business. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. Shanti patted me on the shoulder. Nonsense, Geeta. You'll be great. We will make you famous. We will call it Geeta's Great Curry Creations. As the morning turned into afternoon, I finally convinced them to hold off on the sheep purchase, at least for the time being. But not before Shanti made me promise to consider it. Consider it, Geeta. Just think of the savings. Yeah, Ma, I'll think about it. Right after I figure out how to explain to Rajesh why we might be sleeping next to a deep freezer full of mutton. Later that evening, I found Rajesh in the living room, looking lost. Geeta, he said, did you really promise to buy sheep? I sighed. It's just. Ma has this thing about saving money, and I think I preferred the Jacob's coffee problem, he muttered. At least that didn't involve livestock. And then, just as I thought the day couldn't get any weirder, Shanti walked in, clutching a bag of instant coffee sachets. Geeta, she said, I was thinking. We don't have to stop at sheep. We could really save money if we start growing our own vegetables in the garden. Ma, we don't have a garden. We can make a garden, Geeta. Think about it, cabbage, spinach, beans. We will never have to buy groceries again. Ma, I'm not sure. And while we're at it, she added, let's talk about these electricity bills. We could start using candles at night. Do you know how much you could save? Why, at this rate, we will be rich by next year. Rajesh gave me a helpless look. Candles? Yeah, I said, sipping my Frisco. Candles and sheep. And so, that night, I sat on the couch, watching Shanti's new budget master plan unfold before my eyes. One day, I'm sure I will look back on all of this and laugh. But for now, I'm just trying to survive with a house full of sheep, vegetables, and instant coffee. And maybe, just maybe, I'll find a way to sneak a jar of Jacob's back into the pantry without Shanti noticing. Wish me luck. If you're enjoying this story, please remember to hit like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue creating content that educates and empowers. To learn more about South Africa's leading accessibility software and to support our dyslexic-friendly initiative, visit www.polyspeaks4u.co.za. Drop a comment if you want more information. Thank you for watching this video.